so big, word, Lord, have mercy.
Hey guys, what's up, y'all? It's OMG Kyle here from the Shiva Podcast. Of course, it's everything melanin, everything magic, everything black girls care about. I already know I fucked up that slogan, but we're here, we're rocking with it. Who else is here with me?
We got Carmela Wren in the building. You already know what it is.
And it's your girl Jamae, and we have...
This is CJ. Hi, I'm your favorite chef and Kyle's amazing cousin. I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah, we are happy to have you. This is part 2 of what we were just talking about.
Back for part 2.
Yeah.
Last episode ended up being a full episode. It was supposed to be a segment. Oh, that was dangerous.
Yeah, it was.
Just to recap, our favorite things about sex and our 4 things that we hate about sex. Actually, that's a little bit deep. So make sure you go back and listen to that episode if you haven't already heard it, because we touch on some things your girlfriends told us to tell you, and some things your boyfriends told us to tell you.
That's a segment.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's the tweet. Your girlfriend told us to tell you.
Period. You're welcome.
So what we got this time around, Jamae?
So this time around, we will be reeling in the topic of Tammy Roman and how she is married to a 30-year-old man who is without children.
I'm sorry, he's only 13?
Yes.
30.
And she is 5'1". She's
Okay.
51. And so he doesn't have any children. I guess he eventually wants some, but she doesn't. So she opted for the opportunity for him to have a baby with someone else, giving him a pass to raise a child with someone else. And, you know, I want to know what y'all think about that. Like, for it, against it.
It ain't my life.
No, we're going to speak of if it was you.
Happy.
If it was you.
If it was me, that wouldn't be me.
Okay.
So there it is.
Why or why not?
Because I just, well, you know what? It's easy to say. No. Let me not take that back. Let me take that back. Yeah, no, that's not me. That's not my truth. If by this time I already know he wants to have a kid, but they're married too. They've been married for like a couple years, right? And she didn't know this.
No, I think they just got
before.
married.
They just got married. No, it wouldn't work for me. I wouldn't give you a hall pass to create a baby with somebody else. If anything, we would go through like surrogacy, IVF, whatever option.
But you also got to think about the. You also got to think about the.
I would have my eggs frozen already. You wouldn't have to worry about that. It'd be me.
That's
and
an
him.
option. That's an option.
You don't have to go create another family with somebody else. We're still in a family. What are you talking about?
She's willing to co-parent.
Then that's yeah. But she is willing. I am not.
What you
She's
thinking?
willing to co- Now, I'm gonna say, having dated an exotic dancer, long term, mind you, we was damn near common law married. We were together for 6 years. Had we made it 7, that'd have been common law because we lived together. That's a lot. It's a lot to deal with, like, other women
Yeah,
in
that's
your
true.
relationship. Like,
Co-parenting.
that's a lot.
And my husband gonna be fine? Yeah, no.
It's a lot. Okay. So, like, if she's willing to take on, like, him having to be there with this other woman through this pregnancy and all of that, like, she's 51 and she knows that she's not willing to have a baby because she has grown children now. I can't say that I would do it, but, you know, knowing all of what that is at her ripe old age. You gotta, I mean, it's just a ripe old age.
She's a ripe old.
Because you gotta, because when I got with
Baby
my
wise, yes.
ex-boyfriend,
Baby
I
wise.
had no idea that it was even possible for, like, it was my first real adult relationship where, like, I lived with a person and like there were things that just had never crossed my mind. Like, I didn't know that I could be psychologically affected by him coming home smelling like another woman. Like that just it hadn't crossed my mind because I'd never experienced it. She is 51, married to someone who is 30.
And also fine.
She knows that that's a possibility. So even with her knowing all that she knows, having life's experiences, she's willing to take that on. That's a her thing. I wouldn't do it, but that's her thing. Having said all that, if it was me, baby, no ma'am. No ma'am.
What's your thoughts on it, CJ?
That has to be
Love to
difficult.
hear it.
Yeah, well, I'm curious if she knew prior to getting married that he wanted kids.
I believe
So I watched the show. She's on Basketball Wives.
right.
So I watched the show. He definitely did want to have kids since day one, but he was more of like accepting of the fact that she already had children and didn't want more, or didn't want to go through that pregnancy thing again. But now it seems like she's open to having a child around, just not wanting to carry it.
I'm curious about why.
Right.
She could love him so much that she just wants to have a kid with him, or I think often when people are in that situation, when they're older, they feel like they might have to compromise because they might not find that kind of love again, right? Like, I'm getting really old. I might not find anyone like this again, so I'm going to need to sacrifice and
That's
compromise.
Yeah.
So if that's the case and she's really stressed out about this decision, my heart goes out to her but
That's fair.
yeah.
Actually, she doesn't seem stressed out about it as all.
He didn't take that offer. Doesn't mean that
he didn't.
Doesn't mean that somewhere down the line he won't end up, because men end up sometimes stepping out on their wives and they have babies and
Mr. Jackson.
Crying.
Sometimes
No, it's
they
a
do
good
that.
point, because I'm like, given her circumstance too. I wasn't thinking about the circumstance that if I were 50 something, married to a younger man, 30, yeah, no, I still don't know. But
Right.
yeah, I understand, and I think she also has like health issues too.
She does.
Yeah.
Really?
So
What health
taking
issues?
that into account,
Something that causes her weight to fluctuate. I don't know
Yeah,
if it's
some-
lupus or something like that, but like,
yeah, some chronic,
yeah, so
some chronic.
yeah.
That's crazy.
So I have a double-sided opinion to this thing.
Okay.
So on her defense, with age playing into it, with her having grown kids and his age, I would say, judging from the outside looking in, that it's a smart decision for him to allow him that pass to have a baby with somebody, because like you said, she has a lot of experience, has gone through a lot of things, and that might be her soulmate, and she loves him so much that she's able to still give him that thing. But she's like, baby, shop's closed. It ain't happening. Like, and then on the flip side of that, it's just like, I honestly feel like 50 is a bit old, and there's people who have had kids, first time kids. You got like Janet Jackson and stuff like that. But me personally, I think it's kind of
It's a risk.
selfish.
It's really a risk, yeah. Because
Not even just a risk. I just think it's a bit selfish when
won't be
older
around.
people, right? You only got about a good 20, 30 years and you're old and you can't really enjoy that. So I'm thinking about it from the lifespan point of view. And then not to mention, it's just like, she should be like kind of like worried about welcoming grandchildren and not new babies for herself. But it's just like, you can't be selfish and hold him back from maybe wanting to create. And he might want something that comes from her that looks like
That's
them
where I think-
collectively. So
right.
like you said,
That's
something
where I
about
feel like
the
holdup
eggs,
is, 'cause-
something about the eggs and all of that, maybe. But then again, there's another, health risk with that, because that's a process, going and freezing your eggs and like, so it's like different cautions and
Start
precautions
now,
and stuff like that. So there's a lot here to digest when it comes to thinking about this, this thing, and it's not an easy thing. But like I
would
said,
you go the route of telling him to cheat on you and have a baby?
No, it's not cheating if she
We're
works.
sorry, not open. What is
not
what are
cheating.
it's not open. It's just
Pass.
And it might,
I'll
but
pass.
no,
I'll
but
pass.
it wouldn't even be. You never know. It
I'm
could be
giving
just
you
artificial insemination. You forget about
No,
that.
she said have sex with somebody else and have the baby.
Is that what she said?
I'm not telling you to go have sex with someone else and have a baby like that. No, you're gonna be like me. We can give a surrogate.
All right,
That's at
so-
least my point. So like, would you be like, hey, husband, I know our difference in age and
I can't speak for
selfishness
myself
and-
on that because I feel like I move in wavelengths. Like things that I accepted when I was in my 20s is different now in my 30s. Like I'm more open. Like I'm not as possessive as I used to be. Like, oh, I would never do this. Like this is just my man. And then as the older you get, you realize nothing is really yours. Nobody is really yours. And not saying that I share because I'm not. That's not an open invitation for that either. But it's just like I don't know what I might accept at 50. You know what I mean? I might because first of all, it's slim pickings out here. So it's like she might just love him just enough to be like, okay, you did that. And he might respect her enough to just do that one time and maybe not even see that girl again on that level, but decide to co-parent. So it's just different things, and it's you would have to be some serious communication. But I don't know if I could do it personally, but I get where her mindset is thinking about that
Surrogacy
option.
is a thing, though.
Surrogacy is a thing.
In this, it says, the Basketball Wives star 51 stopped by The Real this week and revealed that her surrogacy plans with husband Reggie Youngblood are all on pause since she's taking time to focus on her career. So, like, surrogacy was the goal.
Now she was just like, no.
Well, that's
you know
another
what?
thing too. That's another layer.
Wait. Why is it? Okay, well, that's none of my business.
I'm curious
Why would
because-
it be on pause for a career.
Because-
Surrogacy is expensive.
No, not
Why?
even that.
Why?
But you gotta put other things in perspective. She would have to take care of that kid. Her things for her, and yeah, we think about it like,
That's
oh, they're
why she
rich.
wants another parent, so she doesn't have to have the
Okay,
kid.
so it's
I
like
was
y'all
thinking
can
about
take
that
care
when
of
she
it.
said that, like, people a lot of the times can. Well, I've heard a lot. People prefer to co-parent. They don't want to be in a relationship with who they have their kid with because they don't want.
That
wanna
and
see
then
you
it's
all
just
the time, and I
like
wanna
yeah,
see my
they're
kid.
rich they're rich and they could go and get
No, not
nannies and
rich
stuff
people.
like that.
No.
I'm saying like
You stay with your dad for 2 weeks. That's a 2-week vacation from kids.
yeah, but she don't even probably want to deal with that. She's probably like, I got my freedom. I'm out here living life. I'm
Right,
snatched.
right.
I look good. Like
looks
I'm
great.
not trying to be thinking about no toddler right now. No infant.
That's wrong.
So then that leaves the other woman those responsibilities with him
Right.
still being able to
And she like,
have
F
what
that
he
I'm
wants.
outside.
Right, I'm outside.
I'm at work. Get
Which is
into
very
it.
valid too, because it's like when you get your freedom back, because most or they should, make their lives about their kids. All the decisions are for their kids. So it's just like now when you get that new freedom back, it's like whoa, like it's different with a grandchild. You can give them back. You can send them back.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
Couple of hours, boom, boom.
Nieces and
But with your own, you would have to like keep them. So I get the mind.
You have to raise.
Right. She's probably
People.
like, I'm not going through the ABCs and math classes and all that again. We ain't doing that.
Diapers.
Yeah. So I
CJ's
get it.
face is like,
This is a complicated
painful.
situation. I'm really curious though if the surrogate would have been like a gestational surrogate, if she would have been
Yeah.
carrying her.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I think
Or
that's I think that's what it was.
Oh, okay.
I get that. That is a good point though, because if it wasn't, then it's like, you think you living here? Because no,
Yeah.
like man, that was tough. What's our next topic?
Ooh. So do you guys think not posting the person that you're dealing with is sneaky?
Oh, okay.
I'll go first.
Yeah,
There's layers to that.
come on.
Okay.
Like, and I'm about to peel them back for
Let
you.
me put this on live. Hold on.
About to peel somebody muffin cap back.
Yeah, I'm about to peel it back.
Put the weed
Peel this
back
onion
on.
right on
Put
back.
the weed
So
Yeah.
I feel like on one end of the spectrum, it's not, because some people like a private life. Some people like to, enjoy the person that they're with and not have to worry about the, coincidences of somebody saying, oh, I know him. He did X, Y, and Z or whatever.
Gotcha.
However,
Yeah.
if you dealing with me, I shouldn't be hearing nothing, period. So yeah, you shouldn't have anything for anybody to tell. So even if I did post you, it shouldn't be a problem. So you got
Right.
that aspect, and then you got the other flip side of it is like you got chicks out here or men out here dealing with married folks, dealing with other people's baby fathers and baby mothers on purpose because they getting paid on the low, and they're just like, oh, you know, they cutting checks and stuff, and it's just
Money.
like, yeah, it's money. Yeah, so it's like they're not posting them because they can't. So yeah, I would
got
say
a
they were
NDA
being, yeah,
type
they
stuff?
do stuff. They don't even sign nothing. It's just a don't ask, don't tell, or you better not. It's like an unspoken thing, but it's just like, okay, well, as long as we got this arrangement, you don't you dare let me see my no
face on your
not
face.
even the face. Don't you post no sneaker pics. Don't try to
Like,
post a
you can't.
corner. Don't try to post nothing at dinner. Like you can't do any of that, and it's not because they, you know what I mean. So they I feel like you can damn sure be sneaky. So yeah, there's my two.
What do you think, CJ?
I think people care way too damn much about social media.
I think so. Too.
Like about what folks post and what they don't. Too many people feel like if it wasn't posted, it doesn't happen. It didn't happen, or it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Right. Like I have so many friends who post their new houses and their new car and all their new things.
Nope.
And it's like they have to do it because they feel like if people don't know about it, what does it mean? It's not worth anything. Like it is. You know, I feel like if I end up in a serious relationship again, I don't know how often I'll post my partner. I like my life more private, and the things I post typically are like nature and food and things that I find interesting, you know. And I can understand if it can be sneaky if a person, depending on what they post and who they post, right? And if their partner intentions, yeah. But I think it depends on the person and the situation for
Right.
sure. Yeah.
I'm right there with you.
What you think, Kat?
I think I am okay with not posting who I'm dealing with, right? But I'm not okay if I'm not allowed.
Okay.
Right.
You know what I'm
With
saying?
rules, like you
Yeah,
better
like-
not post me. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm not okay with that. Like if it's just like when I was in my longest relationship, like initially I wouldn't post him. He would get very upset. I would not post him because my thought was like, I live with you. I see you every day. Like we're at home all the time. He would post these messages and he would write poetry and he would like, you know what I mean? He would want to be very demonstrative about our relationship online. He would want that. And if I didn't post him, he would feel some type of way. But to me, I just didn't care. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I got you.
yeah,
I feel that.
you know, when it was a different kind of situation,
Why
and it's
do you
just
feel
like,
that
this
way,
is
though?
hush, hush. Then it's just like, don't shush me.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Now I got an attitude. Why do I feel what way?
Why do you feel like he wanted you to show him off? Because that's what
He
it was.
just is that. He is well,
Is that
at least
personality,
then,
or was it
then
something
he
else?
was that.
Okay.
He was that at that point in time. That's before. Now, since then, his like relationships after that, he kind of got a little more like quiet about it. Because, you know, like we had a very public relationship. We were on TV together. We did like, you know what I'm saying? And so when we broke up, everybody chipped in with something to say and everybody had like, you know what I mean? He was very emotional and he like, people do not know, like his fans online, like every now and then he'll still post a picture of us or whatever. And it like, you know, or the TV show will air and people will go dig back into each of our like pictures and profiles and go way back to like 2013 and 2014 and find pictures of us and like post them and like comment
Oh, wow.
under them, and it's like, it's a lot. So Yeah, so like we both kind of went back to not
See, public
being
bringing
very
it back into your face. That's like that's the reason why people don't want
the internet lives forever.
It does.
forever. Oh.
You know what I mean? And so like we had to go through this really, really. We didn't have to go through a public breakup. And like he actually did that to us too, because I didn't post about the breakup. He did.
Oh Lord.
He was just so emotional. But once he did that, it was just like.
Well, we here
Sounds
now.
like attention,
You know,
right?
Yeah, it was like we here now, and then people. He would travel the world, and he did like a tour in Europe, and people would be like, "Oh, why he taking pictures with white girls now? He was with a really nice looking black girl for a long time, and he was just like hanging out with like somebody from the tour. Like it was just nothing, but people kind of like blew up his spot. Like it was just it was just
The storyline
you couldn't get away from it. You know what I mean? So
That's a lot.
They will create
Yeah.
the storylines.
it was so like now none of his fans know that we're even speaking to each other.
surprise unless they listen
Yeah.
to Shiva podcast.
Unless-
Hashtag
and
the
I-
Shiva podcast.
And I can almost promise you that they don't. And if they do, and if they do, they don't
You about to-
care. Like, yeah. So
What's your thoughts on it,
That's
Kyle?
hilarious. Listen, that was a lot, and I feel like I need you to ask the question again to get the full effect.
are you a sneaky link? If you know,
If you don't post the picture,
Right.
Yeah.
if my partner does not post a picture of me,
Is that being sneaky?
is it being sneaky? No. I cannot, like, because for myself, I mean, I used to think that way, yes. Because I used to be that girl, like, hold up, you post your friends? I've been here. What about me? And the dude would always be like, no, it's because I have, like, a certain, like, image or some BS. No, he didn't have anybody's image. It's because, as I later found out, no, he just didn't want certain women knowing. For myself, personally, I don't like posting relationship pictures because, for one, I'm not in one.
Okay.
For two, I would love to be in one long enough for me to feel confident to post one because I love avoiding, like, people knowing about breakups because whenever I've been through one, I feel like the world around me makes such a big deal about it. I don't. So why are y'all... For two, and I'm not even famous, so imagine.
I'm gonna be Issa Rae and Uza Dubo out this.
Right. Thank
in
you.
this bitch.
Surprise.
Oh, she got married.
Surprise, I'm married. And the other thing, but apart from all that, I just don't feel, I like my private life. I do like being private, and that's such a hard thing to get out of, being what I'm being as though what I'm doing, whatever, I can't speak right now. But it's just something to keep to myself, I think. Okay. If a dude is too, I don't mind if he posts me necessarily, but the intent matters.
Right.
Because if you post everybody, I mean, no. First of all, no.
Right. No, I agree. I
We're
feel
not
like
even long to, no. Also, no. You're just trying to be saying, no. You just want people to know that you know, no.
Right.
No.
It just depends on intent. I'm more social, I guess, on social media. So
Same,
I
yeah.
probably would post my partner, but it's gonna take a while before I feel even comfortable enough to post you. And I'm gonna fact check on you before I even post you, because if anybody comes back to me with some BS,
Message right after.
it's going to be a problem,
This is a
because
screenshot.
this is why I don't post.
Speaking
You know
of
what I mean?
screenshots,
Yeah, it's just like I'm not trying to go through that. And I thank God the guy that I was dealing with that was in the public eye, that I did not disclose the info when we kind of parted ways. I just kind of people just didn't see me posting them anymore, because if I would end up on one of them blogs or something like Shade Room or something, I don't know if I'm able to handle that because I'd have been cussing people out left and right. Like, mind
Right.
your business, shut the up. Like, it'd have just been a whole hot mess. Like,
that MTV episode aired and them chicks was sending me death threats.
child.
Like, they wanted me to die.
These
And
What
I was
MTV
just
episode?
they could never.
MTV, I need to change my man. It was an MTV Change My Life episode that we did.
love
Mind
that.
you,
I
the whole
love this.
time it was his idea to go on the show, but because of the narrative that they were trying to push,
Yeah.
they had to make it like I was taking him on the show to tell him to change his life. So
Okay.
the story that they told, the way they shaped it, and like to this
like-
day, like he'll go to his chiropractor's office and everybody, all the staff watch the episode and they're like, oh, we watched the episode, and like, oh, we didn't like her, she was just after your money. And he's
my
still
God.
to today telling people no, she actually held it down and she was working when
That
I
made you
wasn't
the villain.
working, and
Okay.
she was doing all this. No, because I watched it on the TV. Like, you idiot, they edited the episode.
edited
Like,
it.
you know what I mean? And so he is still like to this day having to say,
They had it before
no,
you
she
saw.
really like,
Got you.
you know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yeah.
So it's, yeah.
Hilarious. Oh my gosh. I actually have never seen the episode, so I think that we should have a watch party.
we should.
That'd be great.
We should do a watch party and like a reaction. Oh my god. And get
You
That'd
know
be
what?
dope.
It's so funny
we-
because he would totally
He would.
come on the podcast, and
Can we do it? We're gonna do
he
it.
really would. He
I'm
would
be
come
like
on the
Carmen.
podcast and talk.
That'd be a good
talk
episode.
about it with us. He would.
Well, work on that. You work on that.
Right. But what were we talking about?
Huh? Yo, it's and he's hilarious. He actually has been a guest on the podcast already. He was the person who was on the phone when he talked about what do you call that? The R. Kelly episode when he was saying
That's right.
he made all this music for cookouts and graduates, and I can't even believe I can fly no
Right.
more. That was him.
That his audio. Yeah.
That was him.
He's hilarious.
He is.
He would be good. We'll have him. Well, we can't just like have him on. We have to have him like do a lesson or something. Like, I need to learn how to do a
No,
body
absolutely
roll.
not.
Oh God, Kyle.
Absolutely not. You asking for
If
too
Ball
much.
Dan and Kyle are here, we need to have the dudes do a lesson with.
Kyle ain't with it. He already
your
shaking his
friend.
head.
You
He is
asking
not
for
with
too
your
much.
it.
guest.
And people would just do that.
People
People would do that too. No, like we'd be in the grocery store and people would just walk up to him and go, "Challenge me right now!
Boom.
Challenge me right now!" Like
it.
Oh my
because
God.
they knew they would know that he did what he did.
That would be a good episode, y'all. Watch it.
Don't force me to do that, please.
Anyways,
Just because you spoke, that's why I know you want to do it. Ball Dan is already in. He doesn't need to
Bald
be here.
Dan will do anything.
There you go. CJ will do it.
where we at?
Charlie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
9:08.
I think we should wrap this thing up.
Yeah, I think we should.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
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 Carmen
Oh my
slacked
God.
tonight.
I know.
know.
Carmen came in the clutch. Yeah.
No, she slacked on the night.
I
was
did. I mean,
There's got to be one responsible person.
yeah.
At least one.
One of us, because I'm surprised
One
Kyle ain't take back that Makers.
Because I'm driving and I have precious cargo.
You did.
That's why I'm
indeed.
taking it easy today.
Easy.
Well, guys, thank you so much for stopping by the Sheeple Podcast. You already know it's your place for everything music, everything melanin, everything magic, everything you girls care about. I'm stumbling over my own tagline.
It's because I did it.
I know.
On the side.
All right.
Still
This
proud of you,
is
though.
Carmen Lorenz signing off for the podcast. Once again, we want to introduce everybody and thanks for having this whole walkout is shit right now. I just want to say that. Like this whole sign off is like basura. Okay.
It's okay. Edit. We got to edit. I can edit.
I thought it was great. I'm the new one. And I was like, this is awesome.
It's the tequila, baby.
Don't overthink it, baby. It's all right.
But everybody in the room, we got to my far right.
And this is CJO. Thanks for having me.
And you got your girl Jamae here. Thank you for having me, and I will see you next time.
Hey guys, this is OMG Kyle, and it was such a pleasure talking to you guys and laughing with you guys tonight. I love you.
Of course, we got Carmela Wren. You already know it's your girl, and we out of here.
Yes, bye.
Peace.
Bye. Hey, bye.
You are listening to 101 Kids.
This blood getting makes.